What a sour defeat, losing in a London derby at stoppage time. I feel frustrated, but I'm not gonna come here and scream at the players and call them stuff, and I'm not gonna tell them they are so bad and we should sell them, and that Maresca has no clue on what he's doing, and that he should get sacked. No, not at the moment. Maybe if we lose 10 games in a row. I will come for their heads, but this is what I feared, because Fulham is a slightly better team than Everton, and they are good at defending, and the biggest strength is utilizing the wide areas on quick transitions on their pacey wingbacks and attackers. They exploited our flaws and took advantage of the space we left open and delivered in crosses, through balls, and completed the comeback in the end. And I kind of feel like, which I'm going to talk about in my first talking point, that Maresca kind of blew this game away. Now, I think the first half was pretty solid in our 3-4-2-1 diamond shape in the midfield. I think we overloaded the midfield and they really struggled to play through there. But Antonio Silva did some changes in the second half by, instead of playing through the middle all the time, he was trying to find a direct passes out on the wings, because we left space open there. And Fulham took advantage of that, and because of that they could have shots on target, they could go delivering crosses, they could play through balls, and Maresca didn't find any solution on how he was going to stop Fulham. And that's kind of why the goals eventually came. And I also think the players looked pretty tired. I mean, Enzo Fernandez was playing as a box-to-box midfielder throughout the game. Palmer had been pressing a lot. Sancho and Neto too. They've been tracking back, helping Gusto and Cucurella. They look tired. Maybe Maresca, which is in my next talking point, could have turned to the bench. Maybe he's afraid and not trusting the players we have there. But is he going to say that for the rest of the season? We have like 40 games left. Like, is he not gonna trust them whatsoever? You don't need to make substitutions for the sake of it, but this game needed some change because some legs were really tired there. And we know that December is a period where the schedule is extremely tight, and he could have brought in maybe João Felix, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Mark Yu, maybe Renato Vega, I don't know, some players to rest some other guys and also help getting in some fresh legs that can press the opponent and cut some passing lanes. For example, Mark Yu has been fantastic pressing from the front. He could have been brought in. He's going to kill Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez and Palmer. They cannot play 90 minutes every single game, especially when the schedule is so extremely tight. Felt like he didn't trust the bench whatsoever, but I felt we needed some fresh legs to try and stop Fulham at least. Maybe just get fresh legs, press the opposition, and do everything you can to hold on to the 1-0 lead and see the game out. Sometimes you just have to do that. Maybe sending a message to the board that he doesn't trust the players. Honestly, I wouldn't trust all of these players either. I mean, I don't really know what our board has done in the transfer market. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, João Felix was an unnecessary signing. We should have brought in a striker that was gonna compete with Nico Jackson instead. Our squad planning and our transfer strategy needs to improve in January and summer transfer window, and we need to bring in players that Maresca can trust and that suits his style of play. One little question mark I also have is why Madueke was dropped for technical decision, because he wasn't injured. Maybe he had fallen out with Maresca and that's why he didn't play. I mean, Maresca has said it multiple times throughout the season. Every time he's dropping a player it's because of technical decisions. Maybe they have fallen out a little bit, or Madueke shows poor behavior, attitude. I have no idea. If it was for those reasons, I can understand, but Maresca had other players he could turn to and trust on the bench. My third talking point is going to be that we need to polish our attacking moves, and I touched upon this in recent videos a little bit. Like, how do we want to create chances? Well, from my observations, Maresca likes our half space players to make underlapping runs behind the back line. He liked Jackson moving into channels, dragging the defense, stretching them. I really like that. Our wingers is stretching the back line too. I feel like there are improvements we can do. It's not often we're seeing, for example, Neto and Sancho cutting in and swapping position, or the cutting in to dribble past players, make a through ball, or delivering a shot on the far top corner. Usually they only step in a little bit and then they make a diagonal cross on the far post where we have a couple of players attacking. But the thing is, we don't really have any forward that is good in the air, so I feel like we're wasting a lot of attacking moves by spamming those diagonal crosses on the far post. We can get even more use of our wingers. They are sometimes too static. I think we need much more fluid movement from them and the half space players. They need to interchange position with each other more frequently to confuse the opposition defense. As I touched upon, we like to make underlapping runs, they make cutback passes. I think that is a brilliant way of creating chances when you don't have players that is strong in the air. And we also like to find through balls over the top on a pace in Neto Jackson, which I really like. But our only goal came actually from Cole Palmer, and it was a pass from Colwill. Palmer then went past two players and ice cold placed it through a Fulham's legs and in the left bottom corner past Leno. But the goal came literally from individual brilliance from Palmer, which is done so many times through ever since we purchased him. We can't only rely upon him, we need to have a defined way of attacking that actually suits the players we have. My last talking point is going to be around Robert Sanchez. I thought he had a decent game, you know, he's good at saving shots, commanding the area, and I thought his sweeping was fantastic, clearing some dangerous through balls that Fulham put behind the back line to help our defense. But sometimes I get so stressed that I'm losing more of my hair. I mean, some of the hospital passes he's making 1 or 2 of them literally every game. I couldn't really understand why he had to clear the ball and play so many long balls, because we have no one that can win it. Kunko, Sancho, Neto, they're not gonna win those headers, and that helped Fulham get back the ball and go on transition again. So I don't know if it was Sanchez's decision or Maresca told him to do so, but that didn't help us whatsoever. We just need to continue, work hard, look ourselves in the mirror, and Maresca has some things to solve and improve upon. If you're brand new here, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload, and I see you later, and Chelsea Explained is out. Bye.